Gonna be the main ones when it go down that's gonna leave you high and dry.
If I could bring a certain person or some certain people back to this world from the afterlife, I would give all this shit up to do it, you know what I mean? I got to see who was really who in my life, personally. I got to see what side my bread was buttered on and who was gonna be real and who wasn't.
This is Shanara Butler, better known as Shanara James.
Said his name Larry, called him L.A.
Don't you think he had something to do with the murder of Pimp C?
It's too many things that's just not coincidences. It's not. It never was.
It has been over a decade since the death of Chad Butler, aka Pimp C, who is part founder of the legendary Underground Kings, aka UGK, along with his partner in rhyme, Bernard Freeman, aka Bun B. UGK found major success during the 90s, skyrocketing them to international fame. UGK will forever be known for helping to shape the sound coming out of the Dirty South, which is now the main influence of today's mainstream hip-hop. Such a huge influence on hip-hop, it is no wonder why UGK has been mentioned time and time again in songs and in candid discussions. Many rappers have paid their respects to Pimp C, who was found dead in the Mandarin Hotel in December of 2007 after taking on a few shows in California with Too Short.
Let me tell you, I've been hearing all y'all talking about free this man, and this man is out. One of the men that made me want to rap, one of the most phenomenal groups of all time, UG motherfucking K!
As the world turns, Pimp's legacy has been held in high regard by not only of those who were close to him, but rappers and fans alike. Julia Beverly would also do her part in preserving Pimp's legacy. It was Julia who penned Pimp's biography, Sweet Jones, Pimp C's Trill Story. During an interview with B-High ATL 107.9, Julia touched on the sad but controversial topic of Pimp C's death.
His mom believes he was murdered, and she basically breaks down the reasons why she believes that. There's some circumstantial evidence that might make you think that.
These are the details of what took place before, during, and after the wife of Pimp C would admit that he was killed. Mama West, the mother of Pimp C, would give her own theory on the death of her son, one of which would be entirely different of what had been spent in the media, and surprisingly enough, supported by Bun B.
You were one of Chad's best partners, grew up with him. But you're going to be doing a concert tonight.
Yes, I am.
Now, this concert is following the release of the information which says that sleep apnea and syrup, and we know that syrup on the streets usually has codeine.
Absolutely.
When you heard that, what went through your mind?
Well, it was sad, but it's a definitely real thing. You know, living in Houston, Texas, being a person that affiliates with the common man on the street, we all know that in Houston, Texas, we have a problem now with the cough syrup epidemic. We have to be very real about the consequences to some of these things. Pimp C did have a prescription for it, but you have to be very careful when you get prescriptions for certain things, because sometimes you can tend to go a little too far with some of these things. They have very strong addictive qualities.
Mama West, up until her last days, believed that Pimp was murdered. Oddly enough, certain evidence surrounding Pimp's death was never pursued or investigated by law enforcement.
At this hour, members of the hip-hop community are mourning the shocking death of well-known Port Arthur rapper Pimp C. Pimp C, who was born Chad Butler, was one half of the rap group UGK and was found dead this morning in a hotel room in Los Angeles. KPRC Local 2 reporter Mary Benton joins us now live in Southwest Houston with reaction. Mary?
In the building behind me on the 9th floor, they are paying tribute to Pimp C on a local radio station. He was a larger-than-life figure in Houston's rap community, and some say across the station, and the country rather, and they believe that he struck a nerve with his listeners because his rap's focused on real life. It is news that has shocked and saddened Houston's hip-hop community.
Pimp C, at the age of 33, was found dead in his hotel room
At 97.9 The Box, on-air personalities and fans are reflecting on the sudden death of Chad Pimp C. Butler, better known as one half of the group UGK.
He's just such a colorful personality. He was just a joy to talk to, and he was just such a wonderful storyteller.
When you heard Pimp C, you knew that it was Pimp C. You were not confused that it was any other artist from any other city. You know exactly who it was when you heard it. So he definitely had his own style, his own swagger.
The rapper was found dead earlier today at a hotel on the trendy Sunset Strip in Hollywood. Since there are very few details on Pimp C's death, many are focusing on the legacy he leaves behind.
You lost Tupac, you lost Biggie. Down south is UGK. And right now the whole rap community in general is in mourning because they've lost a legend.
UGK was considered one of the grandfathers of rap. In the game since the early 90s, Bun B and Pimp C were enjoying a resurgence. They recently recorded a big hit with the well-known group Outkast. Local star Willie D says that Pimp C's death leaves a void in the rap industry. And while others may try to duplicate his style, he will never be replaced.
You know, I was inspired by Pimp also, even though I came before him. He made great music.
He made great music. A lot of people say that he just really rapped about issues that were important to his life and the lives of many of his fans. A lot of people are asking tonight, what happens now to UGK? Since one half of UGK is Pimp C, they don't believe that the group will be able to continue on, but Bun B, they say, does have his own solo career. We are live in Southwest Houston. Mary Benton, KPRC Local 2.
No funeral arrangements have been announced for Pimp C. Locally, his fans are expected to hold a vigil in his honor.
Unbeknownst to many, there were actually people in Pimp's hotel room at the time of his death. One of those people in question was alleged drug dealer and shady business partner Larry Adams, aka Four Finger Larry. Story goes like this. Larry and one or two more male associates, along with a couple of females, were all in the room with Pimp, including his wife. Out of nowhere, Pimp's wife would mysteriously receive a phone call telling her that Pimp's Bentley needed to be moved, otherwise it would be towed.
Then I was just there, so it's not like, yeah.
Oh wait, you was in California?
Yeah, like I left, long story short, shit again. I left to move the car. We were rushing, as usual. We're on trail time. Okay, so.
Divine time and trail time. That's the time
Mike
she be on for
you know,
real.
Mike Mo. Stacy Mo. Stacy works at Bush. So we already been in California a day. She hits me and like, Shanara, you better move the car or have somebody send me the keys, something, because if they move it last time, we actually got a blowout. Dude towed us to the side, end up messing the whole front end alignment, a bunch of shit in the Bentley. That's kind of why the other color came involved, because of that incident. And it took like 6 months. So I was like, oh shit, I know I shouldn't have parked there.
Allegedly, having been through a situation like this before, where the Bentley was towed, causing the suspension and front end to be damaged, Pimp's wife would make the executive decision, decide to leave. Mind you, the Bentley was parked in an entirely different state. What that means is she flew back to Texas just to move an illegally parked car. Make it make sense. So you're in LA and you decide to fly back to move a car. On top of that, Pimp's cousin, who was already in Texas, had the spare keys. Pimp's cousin could have moved the car himself.
Second thing, what was odd to me, he wanted a car service to drop him to the airport, drop him and her to the airport. So she wanted to drive the Bentley, leave it at the airport. Big argument was, who want to leave a Bentley at the airport?
Yes.
Not only was it parked at the airport, it was parked in a tow zone.
Illegally.
He called me. It's like, Ed, he said a few choice words about it. I left my Bentley parked in a tow zone, and you got the extra key, go move the car. Instead of me moving the car, she flew back to move the car, which left him alone.
Per one of the females that was in Pimp's room at the time of his murder, Larry decided to play a trick on Pimp and poured something into his drink. It was this that would allegedly poison and bring on the death of Pimp C. Upon Pimp's people arriving to LA to identify his body, Pimp's room will be found in neat and orderly condition, as if it had just been cleaned. On top of that, Pimp's luggage was still neatly packed. Per Pimp's people, his luggage being neatly packed was definitely a red flag. To make matters worse, blood was discovered on the sheets of Pimp's bed when the comforter was pulled back. I swear, homie, you can't make this shit up. In a shocking turn of events, 16 years later, Pimp's wife would take to the Dining Houston podcast to tell her side of the story. Communication is made up of so much more than words. Nonverbal cues such as tone of voice, gestures, and postures all play their part. Body language is the unspoken part of communication that we use to reveal our true feelings and to give our message more impact. I'm not a body language expert by any stretch of the imagination, but Ray Charles could see the energy was weird. 5 simple words would blow this interview out of the water. Those 5 words were, can you kill yourself twice? If you weren't paying close attention, they probably flew over your head.
It annoys the fuck out of me that they say Chad died of drink, because that's not how he died. And it's not true. That's the other part, because I ask people, can you kill yourself twice? No, I'm just asking, can you kill, not to my knowledge.
Answer me this, what wife in her right mind would ever refer to the mysterious death of her husband as being killed? Had you not felt he was murdered, your words would have been more like, can you die twice?
Because I ask people, can you kill yourself twice? Can you kill yourself twice?
Rather than not can you kill yourself, man, I'm just saying, you can't make this shit up.
I worked with him music-wise, and I modeled in a few of his videos before, and we were actually working on a song together. And I didn't really believe he died because it was my second time hearing that, but I texted him and he didn't text me back, and then I called his phone and he didn't call me back. So then I called the label, and that's when they called me because they were supposed to have an in-store for Scarface that day, and they told me they canceled it because he had actually passed. So that's why I'm here. And this is the first funeral I've been to since my grandma passed in 2003. So, but I didn't even go up to the casket or nothing because I just can't. My heart goes out to them. I mean, I don't even really know what to say to them because there was nothing. No one could comfort me when my grandma passed. So I don't even really know, what to say to them except for stay prayerful. I mean, that's the only thing that I could say because my heart goes out to them. I really don't know what to say to them.
Well, to pay my respects and send my condolences to the family. I did work with Pimp C as well in the entertainment industry as well. And I know how it is to lose someone close to the family. So that's why I'm here to pay my respects. And he's a legend, that's for sure.
Pimp C's son is my little cousin. And I came here to give my condolences to the family and stuff and to my people, to my little cousin and all them. Because Pimp C looked out for everybody, you know what I'm talking about? Did a lot for the family and stuff, and for his son most of all though, cause that's my little cousin, you know what I'm talking about. He always looked out for my little cousin. That's who I feel bad for though, most of all, my little cousin, cause he ain't gonna have nobody there for him like that no more, like he had his daddy. I seen Pimp C at the barbershop one day, and I needed to get my hair done. So Pimp, he paid for me to get my hair done, so I go out to the Capitol Beach party in Galveston, Texas. Yeah, that's the best memory I had of Pimp though.
I just laid my brother to rest, and it was a terrible tragedy. Terrible tragedy. I knew him since we was young. We grew up together. Very cool. One Christmas, about 5 years ago, it was a great moment too. It was a Christmas day. We had a show, and the show was great. The show was great. He performed right, and it was a great show. I just gonna miss my boy. I'm just gonna miss him. He was like a brother to me. I really am gonna miss him.
Yeah. Dedicate to everybody that's been a part of the struggle, know what I'm saying?
What's up, UBKA Live? I'm here with my boy Pimp C of UGK. What's up, Pimp?
Representing the South to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Alligator souffle.
All right, so you like originally from Port Arthur, right?
Yeah, we from Port Arthur, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Sit right on the water.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm from Beaumont.
Well, really, I'm from Crowley, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? But we made our way to Port Arthur, you know. Our people had to get jobs, and then we made our way to Houston, and, you know, so we represent the whole South at the same time.
So congrats on the success of the new album for UGK.
Thank you.
So how was it putting that together?
It was just good to be back in the studio and grab that vibe again, you know, so it was real refreshing. You know, actually, we got half the new album done. We in the middle of the new record right now. So to be out, you know, next year sometime, you know.
Okay, so what can we look forward to on your new album then together?
Some of the same, a little bit of the new, but we gonna stick to the script. We ain't really trying to go pop. We trying to do some of these pop rocks. Y'all better learn about it, man. Hey, Church Tabernacle Priest Sanctuary, Alligator Souffle.
So y'all staying grounded. So what about your solo? Can we get a solo album from you?
Well, I got a solo deal that I do. You know, I do the Pimpulation every year with James, which is like a compilation thing. Then I got a deal with Jive where I'm doing like it's like half singing, half rapping type thing. So I got a deal with them I'm doing. So both of those will be coming out, you know, like next year. So
you say a deal with Jive, half singing, half rapping. Can we get a little preview of the singing?
Well, you know, I was always singing the hooks. I just never told nobody.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Go buy the records. That was me the whole time. I just never told nobody. I was doing the beats too. I just never told nobody.
Go cop it. That's what's up. I'm standing here with my boy Pimp C. Don't you go nowhere. I'll be right back.
Shit.
Yippee-ki-yay live, and I'm with Joy going down in the side. Church.
Dedicate to everybody ain't gonna never make it up out there, know what I'm saying?